1. Cue the soundtrack, Zaiga. That one might be copyrighted. Wait. Perfect. We're here. We're live. We made it. No problems. That is what's the thing, like 0 days since last accident? Or like 1 day now.
Yes.
Actually gone it's successfully been a week and a half since our last episode. We're actually doing our bi-weekly podcast on a bi-weekly schedule.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can you
It's actually happening.
can you imagine?
Yep.
Ah, good times.
Yeah, I can't believe we're actually having it at the right time. Nothing's exploding.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. When I went to like get all my like, because I got everything like set up like a full like 40 minutes early, and I was just like waiting for something to crash. Cause like I know it's gonna happen. I know how Tuesdays go. But see, it looks like Hatun and Cena are already here. I guess Cena already left though. That's pretty fair. Gray's PC exploding redeem. I Cena, you think you're joking, but I'm getting new redeems in the works that more accurately represent the nature of these streams. So don't even heckin' fret. Also, my fat noggin's in the way of the chat box. Hold on, let me move that. Just noticed.
Your bobblehead noggin.
Yeah, my neck is so scrawny that I can't support the weight of my own head. I'm like a newborn babe, apparently.
Yeah.
Let me
So how
just
how have you been?
uh,
I think it's good.
you know what? Pretty all right. I think I was kind of talking with you a little before we started, but like I'm like essentially a part timer now. With work being the way it is at now, I'm working like 4 days a week with like maybe like 6 to 7 ish hours averaging during those 4 days.
Yeah.
It's been pretty slow. It's in theory giving me more time to work on things and fix things, but about the same period where I started getting more free time, my computer started exploding more. And so I feel like all my free time has kind of just converted into fixing new problems rather than even getting around to fix what we might call classic problems that have been long time contenders. But
Yeah. Yeah, your never ending problems.
you seem
Once
a
one
little
comes off, another one
quiet
comes up.
today.
That's because my mic, I'm like moving kind of away from my mic.
It's all good.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I
No, I
just
not like completely facing at it.
no, I
I
just
should
noticed
keep.
like you were just like slowly drifting away from me. I was like, Zaiga, come back.
Yeah, I was actually looking to the left on my monitor right over there. So I guess like I completely turned my head to the side.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Cena says VTuber's a part timer sounds like a title of a bad anime. Are you kidding? That's the freaking light novel I'm gonna write for Shosetsuka right now. I'm gonna get that made into an anime.
Wasn't there a VTuber anime recently?
There's one either last season or this season, like VTuber Legend or something, which part of me felt like I should be obligated to watch it, but another part of me is like, this sounds so cringe. like, like I don't know if I could go through with it.
Yeah.
G Silver's also here now. It says exorcism. Oh, that's right. We're gonna do an exorcism on stream.
Oh yeah, from last week.
Yeah, we'll have to
The
save that
exorcism.
for when we have a chance to do like an IRL podcast. We'll do an exorcism. It'll be great.
Oh, I found that there actually is a medium near near where is that? Near Vineyard,
Oh, really?
where we live. Yeah,
Oh, that's.
and I've seen it on. It's on Geneva on that road.
Oh, I've actually seen that. Like, there's that New Age shop there. Yeah, the Mystic Frog.
Yeah, Mystic Frog. That's what it is. I
Do they have
looked it
do
up.
they have medium services?
Yes, I think they do. I think
Oh
they
my
do.
gosh. Well, I might need to stop there after work sometime.
What was it called again? Something Frog.
It's like the Mystic Frog.
Mystic Frog. That's what it was
I
called.
remember because it used to be called like
Mystic Frog.
Omnipresence. I had no idea what that place did. Not that
Yeah.
Mystic Frog makes a lot more
Mys-
sense, but
Mystic Frog Metaphysical Services and Products.
metaphysical services. Hell yes.
The place for all things spiritual, metaphysical, and occult.
There's nothing more trustworthy than a medium that like advertises online.
They have crystal healing, divinational healing, foot zoning,
Foot zoning. Oh, I've been needing that so bad. Probably. I've never done it once in my
Reiki,
life.
Reiki healing,
I
spell
already know a Reiki guy, but
consultation,
okay.
mediumship, psychic readings, household cleanings.
Can you imagine if it's like a regular cleaning service? Just like show up with like a
Yeah.
vacuum and a mop, and they're like, all right, we got this.
Hey, it's $250 to get your house cleaned.
Wow, that's a. I'm in the wrong business. Jeez, can
I know, right?
you imagine like throwing some sage around for 20 minutes and getting $250 for that?
I I part of me is so curious about going to one of those things, but like
Wallace says, read. Oh dare.
I feel like that if I went to one of those things, I couldn't help but like not laugh while doing it.
Right. I mean, like my thing is like, because I think there's legitimacy somewhere in there. I think there's people that at least like they believe it, what they're doing.
Like
But there's
astrology and psychic readings.
yeah, I mean honestly, like I've seen some psychic stuff that's definitely interesting. Like I think there's something there. I don't think it's quite as
I summon
advertised.
Prohibition Hammer.
Cena,
It's $45 for a psychic reading
that's actually a pretty good bargain. I've seen way
for,
worse, but
for 30 minutes.
Cena said, "Man, y'all making fun of my beliefs right now. Cleaning home using that hard. People pay for that," says Cena. And Cena's an actual magic practitioner. Cena, how come you haven't been banishing Mildred for me? What kind
Yeah,
of what kind of
Mildred
fake
is still
friend?
here. I know, right?
And just to be clear, Cena, I'm not making fun of like, cause like I'm really into this stuff. My my problem is that I'm reasonably sure that like 90% of the stuff out there is kind of bunk. There's just a lot of people that are either knowingly faking it. They they believe they have abilities, but they really don't. And then there is a small number of people who are like, I do kind of think there could be something more to it. Like, it's like I've definitely seen some stuff that's like kind of goes beyond coincidence, but it's a small percentage.
Yep.
Lala
Yeah,
believes in it, but it's not nearly as common as people claim. Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
I knew that you were really into um uh that sort of stuff, occult stuff.
Right. I mean, I did get certified in black magic for $20 about 10 years ago. So
Boy,
yeah,
better not get you angry.
no, I got a. I never printed it off, but I got a little PDF that I could have printed and got laminated or something. It was such a good deal, and the website was so believable.
Was it?
Yeah, they're like for $20, we'll send you like a. It was like a series of like 10 emails that promised me the abilities to do anything I wanted. Like
That
it
sounds
was
like you just wasted your money.
I mean, probably, but I was too curious, and for such a bargain to have all of my wildest fantasies come true, I was like, man, that'd be stupid not to try.
And did they? And did they?
Huh? Oh, I
Did
didn't
all your
actually.
wildest dreams come true?
Oh no, I mean they were like it was like that. I don't know. There's like certain kinds of magic I'm willing to entertain, and there's other kinds of like it's like if this does work, I don't know if I'm ready for the consequences kind of stuff. And that was more of like the it's like it was basically like getting good things by doing bad things to other people. I was like, that's not quite right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Because basically it was like this is how to get a promotion at work by getting the guy, that has that job to have like a bad accident. I was like, I don't know about that. Like,
Yeah, that's a little sus.
it's a not insane plan than Homer Simpson has. I wish. Also, high star, like a yoga certification. I feel like yoga certifications can be more real. I mean, like there's definitely certain things where like you can study in it for realsies, and you can also just go online and get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, how are you doing, Zyga? My ghost problems aside.
I'm doing fine.
That's good.
Every day is so busy, and I rarely have any time to do anything. But uh, weeks go by so fast.
Yeah.
Feels like it's nearly always the weekend, and we're getting close to the weekend. Just things happen really fast. I feel like.
Right. Well, I mean, you've definitely got a job that keeps you busy, so I could see how that could happen.
Yeah, yeah. My job is rough. It's rough, and I'm still doing my large commute. I've
Oh,
talked about
right.
many times.
Yeah, your
My
favorite.
hour and a half commute. Yeah, I'm still doing that.
It's giving you lots of time to watch more anime, though, right?
Oh
Glad to hear it.
no, no, no. I've been trying to, but like scrolling is scrolling YouTube shorts is kind of addicting.
Oh, don't do that. You fool. That's how
I
they get
know
you.
it's that's they got me. They got me so many times.
Got you. Oh no, Zyga, come back.
Like sometimes they got me so much that like I like look up and then my commute's over.
Yipes.
Oh, I shouldn't. It's really tough to stop. But the past couple of days I've been stopping and then trying to watch an episode of anime in my commute. Yeah.
Well, I hope you make it through. I hope you are able to figure out somewhere closer soon. I guess that's ended up being a bit of a struggle, it sounds like.
It's kind of been a struggle, but part of me is putting it on hold because I want to pay off some things before I completely move, and I want to get some money under me into my savings in order to like have uh um some rent in the backlog so I can so just in case something happens that I'm not going to be screwed.
That's pretty responsible of you.
Yeah. So once I get some of the debt that I have off me, like I only have like a little bit, but something that only like maybe like 3 to 4 paychecks can like get done. So like once I do that, um I'm like chilling really.
Gotcha.
So
Well, I guess
yeah,
good luck.
I yeah, I haven't really been doing much. I've just on my times off, I've just been playing either Okay Star Rail or Genshin Impact.
That's I'm glad you're using your time wisely.
Uh For the most part, I guess it's I guess so. Genshin, I'm still kind of 50-50 about. I'm trying to get through it because I wanted to give it a fair shot.
Hmm.
And I do enjoy the gameplay of it. Um, the story, I'm kind of 50-50 on. I've gotten pretty far on it. And Honkai, I really like, but it's just like there's isn't really anything to do.
Right. Like
There's like a burst.
how often do they do new content?
Um, there's new in-game content every other week.
Okay.
And then after that, uh, there's stuff every month or two,
Gotcha.
every other month, essentially, every other month ish. Yeah, there's some stuff to do, but that stuff gets done so fast. But that's the one thing I don't like about the game is that the content really isn't there a lot of the time. So I'm hoping when the next version comes out that that gets better, but you never know.
Right. I mean, it's one of those things like when you join in the ground floor of a game like that, then
Yeah.
you do kind of catch up.
Yeah, when your account gets like so high that like there's not much else you can do, and the only thing you could do is minor upgrades. It's like it gets kind of tiresome. But I still love the game. I still love the game so much.
Very fair.
I was gonna play Final Fantasy 16, but I downloaded I bought it and have it downloaded, but I still haven't played it yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I've heard
But
it's
yeah,
not very good, so I think you're okay.
that's my that's my what I've been doing. Just been chilling. Been chilling. What about and you just have been streaming, I guess. Haven't
Um,
been able to catch any of your streams lately
it's all
because
good.
you stream while I'm at work.
Yeah, I call them my Zaiga free parties. Great.
You're Sega freak. What?
Yeah.
I thought it was more like a stone throwing at you.
No,
Everyone's weekly stone throwing session.
it depends. If I have enough if I got enough like happy juice in me, then I can ignore all of it and still pretend I'm having a great time. So
Uh-huh.
Gray doesn't like Final Fantasy, so his opinion is moot. No, what do you mean, Hatoon? We were just talking about this on Sunday. I love 14 so much. This is my
Oh my
favorite
gosh.
game.
Did it get worse for you?
No, honestly, the role quests for Shadowbringers have averaged out to be pretty okay. Like, I they haven't changed my opinion about the Warriors of Darkness at all, but the side characters in them were really good. So
Gray is a whiny baby.
I'm not. No, Hatoon, don't
I'm
don't
not surprised.
don't lie to Zyga like that. He's gonna have a lesser opinion of me.
Because like every time when we have a heart to heart, like alpha stream or anything like that, it's
Yeah.
always me trying to explain and then just Gray being irrational.
No, look. I think the problem is that like I'm the most rational person on this planet,
Right.
and I think because everyone else is so irrational, it's hard for us to meet in the middle. Because I see things as they truly are. I have no bias. My
Yeah.
mind is without any bias ever. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what.
hyperfixate on dumb things.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes,
LOL
you
is mean
do.
to me all the time in 14. I'm nothing but nice to everybody.
No, no, no.
And Cena likes the thumbnail. We got Cena. clickbait works, Zaiga. I'm telling you. We got to clickbait every time. I don't care if it, as long, even if we don't talk about the anime, we'll just stick it in the thumbnail anyway. That'll be perfect.
Just gotta just gotta accept it and just try and have fun. Nitpick.
She says, not going to believe until you get a, oh, can I get a certified plaque that just says super rational? And then Lala coming in with reasonable statements.
Okay, here comes the stone throwing. The stone throwing has begun
And
on the
everyone's all
podcast.
mad about 14 all of a sudden for no reason.
Yep.
That's not what today's about. What are we talking about today, Sega? Not to change the topic or anything, but
uh, what anime have you been watching lately from the new season? I know the new season just started.
yeah, it started within the last like week or two. I think most everything's had at least one episode now, and I can confidently say I've watched nothing from the new season. So
I haven't watched anything either. I
I
have a lot in my Crunchyroll queue.
I know I've got like
That counts.
12 that I want to check out. So
Yeah, I have a lot in my Crunchyroll queue that I'm really interested in, but do I actually think I'm gonna watch most of it? No.
right, I'm gonna make time for it. Like this past weekend, it ended up being a lot of time on me spent. Oh, I can't speak English. I spent a lot of time trying to get my model fixed,
Yeah.
and I'm essentially having to like learn brand new skills. And so
See.
it's ended up being a bit more time consuming than I thought. Plus, I
Well,
crashed a little on was it Sunday, I think. It
yeah.
turns out when you consistently get only like 5 hours of sleep for a while, then your body eventually riots. And so then I had a extra long nap for most of Sunday. But
Hey, at least you got caught up.
I probably did honestly. So I guess it was good. Cena likes my new model. I mean, I did adjust some things. I'm still working on because like obviously he's still not fully articulating to my mouth, but I think I've kind of figured out why at least. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also died of death by allergies during my Sunday stream. Like the second we entered like the Numo village, like those dog people, I
Yeah.
think my brain decided those must be real dogs, and just like I just couldn't stop sneezing for like probably 30 minutes. It was it was horrific.
You're allergic to dogs? Or like
Like
fur?
I'm allergic to
Mostly?
fur. Like cats are the
Yeah.
worst for me. Long hair dogs will set me off as well, and I think probably like certain hamsters do too. I don't really know for sure, but
Yeah.
like short hair dogs are fine. And if the cats are like really like well groomed and clean, like the house is too, then it's usually not a problem either. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's something in that fur, that dander maybe that my my sinuses hate, unfortunately.
Hmm.
And G
Interesting.
Silver actually G Silver I was looking into allergy shots. I was actually very seriously considering it because a big part of my job is that I have to go inside people's houses, and lots of people have pets these days. And so
Yep.
it's a real coin flip if I'm gonna go to a job and be fine or go to a job and die slowly. But
Yeah.
allergy shots are kind of pricey. Like I was kind of looking into it, at least like in my area, it's like because it's not really covered by health insurance unless you can like prove it's like life threatening. And I don't think they'd take my claim on that. So I'd probably have to pay
Interesting.
like close to like I think like 2 grand I think maybe for like the full series of shots you have to take. Cause like it's a whole like 6 month to a year process of like just consecutive regular shots.
Wow.
It's a
Wow,
whole
I didn't know
thing.
that was a thing.
And like it apparently it works generally, but it's
Yeah.
it is kind of a whole to do. Geez, we didn't have a problem with his insurance. I could double check it, I guess. But meet Grayson wearing a fursuit. Don't, Cena. That would hurt my feelings. Chinchillas are awesome. My third grade teacher had a chinchilla in the classroom, and that was the best third grade of my life.
Really.
It was great.
Well,
All makes it great. But
um,
anyway, we're getting distracted again.
I haven't really looked into this season at all, really. I only have
Fair.
like maybe like two. It's on my radar.
Gotcha.
Dun 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 and ReZero.
Oh, of
But
course. I remember you liked that one.
yeah, I haven't been able to watch anything really.
That's fair. I know. I'm trying to remember, like, because there were a few shows I was actually excited for, but I can't remember now off the top of my head.
But weren't you excited for the after school Hanako Kun or whatever?
Is that coming back this season?
I think so.
I mean, I guess it could be happening. How do I?
I thought I remember you saying you liked that show.
Oh, I loved season one. Like, yeah, that was like
What?
a really good like sleeper hit of that season. I feel like,
It was the Toilet Bound Hanako. That's
yeah,
what it was called.
Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
And I think the new one is called After School. I think it's season two.
Okay, feels like I probably should have known that. I know a lot of people are excited about Uzumaki. I probably won't
Oh,
watch that one personally, but
I actually heard about that. That episode one was super good, and then episode two was absolutely horrible.
unfortunate. But
Like it turned into like a slideshow of like how bad the animation was.
yeah, they probably blew the whole budget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling around. We're just looking at the all the new shows coming out this season. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember, there were some I was
there's a
excited
bunch.
for. Ranma Half, I'm curious about. Um,
Yeah.
let's see here. There was oh, season two of Ron's Forbidden Deductions. I am excited for. That's right, because season one was very good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, but will you watch the season two?
I will. I'm definitely gonna put that on my list.
I haven't even seen Dangers of My Heart season two.
Well, that's because my heart's not ready yet.
Your heart's not ready yet.
There's a lot of dangers in those hearts. You have
There's
to
a
be.
lot of serial killers in those hearts.
I mean, only one serial killer.
Right.
You might try to make it sound like this big like murder show or something.
Yep. You just
Hardly anyone dies.
hard, hardly anyone. Hardly is the key word there. But
I can't remember what
anyway,
other. Anyway,
this season,
oh,
this
the
season does look
fertility arc.
pretty
I
good.
forgot. For is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Got to watch
I'm
that
so
one.
behind on that. I'm so behind on that
I
show.
haven't watched any of it, but I'll definitely jump in for season five. Gotta see what the fertility arc's about.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
But anyway, so those are shows happening right now that you too can watch, dear viewer.
Yes, there are.
Gray sees himself in that character, and that is red flag. Oh, for Dangers of My Heart. Look, I'm just saying we have a lot in common. I'm not saying that we have done equal actions per se during high school. Certainly nothing that any legal bodies could ever prove. Those are
My
too
favorite show.
dangerous.
My favorite show, Natsume's Book of Friends, is getting a new season. Oh
Oh,
my
that's
goodness.
right.
Oh
I
my
heard you love
goodness.
that
I
one,
hate that
Zaiga.
show. I hate that show.
Oh, but it's got a
It's
fat cat in it.
okay. So here's my thoughts on Natsume Eugene show. It was good. It was good, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For the first couple seasons. But then every season it was just like copy paste after that. It's copy paste. Nothing ever happened to the main character. He never grew. There was never any overarching story. There was it was just oh, it made no sense to me. because the world was interesting, but they were never expanding on the world and stuff like that at the time. So the new season could be different, but I doubt it.
Right. Well, we'll see. There's
Because
definitely
I do like the occult stuff, like the Japanese occult stuff,
sure.
but when it's not like expounded upon, there's like no story around it. It's just like not really interesting.
I mean, and
But
that's
it's like, and it was very episodic, and I wasn't very a fan of episodic stuff.
right. I think you've talked about that before that you like your stories to have stories. So,
Yes.
yeah, that's fair. It's oh, season 2 is just short forms. They're just like 10-minute episodes for Hanako-kun.
Oh, I see.
That's why
That's
I
too
didn't
bad.
really hear about it too much. It's kind of like a small thing. I mean, I'll still check it out though. I mean, I have even less excuse if it's gonna be that quick. It's gonna be 4 10-minute episodes. It's practically just like an OVA. But
But anyway, that's not the topic of today.
yeah, I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yep. What is today's topic?
Today's
Topic.
topic is I should have made a really high quality slideshow for it, but we're talking about what is it? The anime starter kit. So the the premise being like what are the shows you should watch if you're new to anime or shows you can suggest to people wanting to get into anime, see?
Yep.
It's kind of the idea here. And so we have a very carefully collated list of only the finest suggestions. Uh,
Before we get into kind of like the um what our picks are, what kind of when you were thinking about this list, what was kind of the idea of what you were going for?
right. So I guess so for a lot of the ones that I came up with on my list, my thought was like if you were trying to introduce anime to somebody who had never watched anime before and maybe didn't really have like a strong conception of it in terms of like either they just like I mean, cause I guess I kind of thought about it from the perspective like people like in my own family where like the ones who know about anime are like it's like oh that's like that stuff for kids right that's like Pokemon
Yeah.
kind of level so a lot of the ones I kind of brought together are, like really good shows for like basically like just non anime watchers as a way for them to kind of get a taste of what anime can be
Yep.
like beyond like the stereotypes I guess.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
For me, I kind of chose what would um like be the most fun for the person if it's their first time. What would like be like an overall one that they can enjoy that
Jeez,
would would they would want more.
right.
Yeah.
So okay, I I think this will be for a fun list then, because I think we'll have some good variety of suggestions.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just we'll go across the board as well as like if these are shows you haven't seen before, then they're probably worth watching. They sound cool.
Yeah.
So
Which ones are yours?
I mean, should I list all of them right now, or do we want to just like go like one at a time here?
Um sure, we could do one at a time.
Okay. Um, let's see. I shall go over to my anime list. I'm going to start with a classic that we both love very dearly. I know this. Uh, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Why?
I mean, because, so first of all, like from my perspective, like from the standpoint I was starting with in terms of like somebody who has never seen anime, they're not gonna they're not like inundated with like all the stereotypes of anime, right?
Yeah.
And so Cowboy Bebop is an excellent starter because like it's an origin like it kind of originates a lot of stereotypes that like became a very big thing within anime.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the characters are very much stereotypes now. Like the general story's kind of been done a million times. But Cowboy Bebop did it first, and in a lot of ways, it still has done it better than most. They definitely, it's definitely done it with more style than like most other shows.
Yeah.
And it's got like I think especially because the dub is is incredibly good.
Yeah.
So it's easy in that sense for because sometimes I don't know you, but like I know some people like refuse to watch things that are not in English, like, and that's getting better because like there's been more and more like international like shows and movies that have become like really well known and mainstream.
Yeah.
So that is getting better, but there's still a lot of people that like want to watch stuff in English. And Cowboy Bebop is extremely watchable in English. And it's got that mix of like fun but serious, and it's definitely like it's hard to argue that like it's a kid show because like it's a fully adult cast with like very serious themes. It's
Yeah.
like it's a really I don't know. It's just it's an easy one to sell, I feel. Like in order for like to get have somebody like give it a chance.
Yeah.
I says, "Did you like
Hmm.
Firefly? Watch this." I mean, honestly, never seen Firefly, but I heard people liked it.
Saw a little bit of it. I thought it wasn't as good as people were saying, but
Yeah, I mean, everybody
it was
likes
enjoyable. But
what is it, J- Jonah Weedy or whatever, the guy that did the show. So
I don't remember. I don't remember. Say saw it
this is
once that I don't really remember.
ghosts, aliens, and feet. Look, Cena. I have my
Wait, you
priorities straightened.
wait, you have a foot fetish?
Huh?
Wait, what?
No,
Is this
my
the first time I'm hearing about this?
first of all, I
My,
think
my mind is kind of like being blown right now.
Cena was very selective in how they chose to read my profile list. Let me let me go
Right.
back to it real quick so I can set the record straight. It says besides anime, I am way into paranormal stuff, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, whatever. So I
Oh,
think so.
so
Cena
you like
chose to
big
omit
feet.
a certain word there.
So you like big feet. Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah, size
I see
12
how it is.
plus, please.
Oh my goodness. I am
No dainty
just.
toes.
Oh no.
They got to be hairy.
Oh my goodness. Is that why I saw all those feet photos on your computer when I came into your room that one time?
Look, you should have knocked first of all. It was very rude. I was having my special time.
Your special time.
It's crazy cryptid fetish. Oh no. So rude.
Oh my gosh.
Lol trying to
That's
spill all my
amazing.
secrets. Yeah, my first zone is a flying squirrel because it's the best choice. Anyway, how are you doing, Zyga? What's your thing you want to talk about?
My thing is um geez. Probably JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Any anyone in particular, or just like starting from the beginning?
Um yeah, well, yeah, starting from the beginning of course, like all of them are pretty good.
Okay.
And watching them all in order is great.
I didn't realize
But
the show started so recent, 2012. Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
That's wild. Okay.
Yeah, JoJo's is like one that is so well known. It has so many memes. So you could eat, and usually people like know about the memes about it. And um that is kind of like one of the base points that you could be like with someone with the show is just be like, oh hey, you know about all these memes and stuff like that. Well, here's where they came from, and it's really good. It has a great story, great characters. It's funny. It's so bizarre, and just like it's in its name, but it's really fun. It's kind of like shows like the craziness of what anime is, and um has a lot of cool fight scenes. So you're kind of getting everything out of it. And it's good for men, it's good for women, it's
Fan service for all
for
types.
everything.
You're
For
right.
all types. For all types. Anyone,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, the
So
fact that it's got like fun. I don't know if the original did, but like the references to like really popular bands and other things is really cool.
yeah.
But it's okay. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of like a so when I was thinking of this list was that was the first one that came to my mind was JoJo's, just because of um how much reach that it has and how much um memes that it's gotten that it's yeah, that's just the biggest thing I feel like a new person would get into anime with.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Cool, cool. And it seems like there is some general consensus for your opinions, Zaiga. So people are gonna let you stay on the island. It sounds like.
Yep. Well, I always get to stay on the island. It's someone else that always gets kicked out.
Oh, I got the totem of immunity or whatever that thing was.
The totem of immunity.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it called?
Laughing at me.
Oh boy, what's another one of yours?
Another one of mine. Let's see here. I kind of I pulled for a lot of classics, I guess, with my list, but I'll do some newer ones as well. But here's another classic that I think is very accessible for folks.
Okay.
No, I'd probably choose the sequel, but Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
Who's in the shell standalone?
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
This one.
Wow!
That's interesting.
Who's making weird?
What happened to your voice?
Huh? Hey, I'm here. What's up?
What happened to your voice on this on this what happened? What happened?
Wait, is something wrong?
Yes, something's wrong. Something's really wrong.
Did I hit the wrong
What
button?
happened? What happened? Why do you sound like a chipmunk?
Oh, did that go off? Wait,
Oh yeah, it did go off, and I
how
can
do I
hear.
fix that?
I can actually hear it on Discord. I thought this was only something that came on
You can hear it on
your
this.
stream.
I didn't even hit that button. How's that on? Wait a minute, that's not right. I turned off my glasses. Why is that connected to helium?
I'm dead.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this very serious show. Apparently, um,
What? I can't. I can't pay attention. I can't pay attention because of the.
no, what?
Give me a
No,
second.
this is a very serious topic. But a dystopian future.
You were talking about Ghost in the Shell, and then it just started becoming a chipmunk voice, and then I'm like, what's going on?
It's
Why
not on
is
in
he
this.
talking this
Only
high?
Zyga can hear it. Oh, that's so funny. It's
Oh
not even
my
going to the
gosh,
stream.
that's even more hilarious.
I don't know why that button. I don't know how that works. I thought I had that thing disabled because it's still kind of glitchy. Lots of my glasses are
Oh, you're,
gone. That's because Cena stole them. You
oh,
have to get them back. I think hopefully the helium should go away pretty quick. I don't think it'll last a minute.
oh, oh man, I had tears in my eyes there.
I'm glad you thought it was so funny.
My glasses. I can't be
It was
seen
so
without my
it was so
glasses.
out of pocket. I was like, what's going on? I was like, is your stream dying or something? Is this like something
Is it the end?
going on? Is it the end?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm sorry about that. I honestly don't know like what I could have well like what button I could have hit on accident to do that. So that's really oops.
well,
So
anyway,
anyway,
Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
right, so this is a very serious show. Again, this like my idea was like this is a great show for somebody that's got like no real exposure to anime because again, excellent dub so you can watch it in English. Um and honestly like dystopian sci-fi stuff is kind of all the rage. And Standalone Complex holds up very well for being like a 20-year-old show. It still
Yep.
looks really good. Like and like a lot of this like it's also one of those like sci-fi shows that kind of gets like a little more accurate like year to year. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those ones that's ended up being like pretty spot on with how potentially terrible um new technology is going to be abused.
Hmm.
So it's one of those ones like it's really fun for watching as like a sci-fi as like a predictor of the future. It's got really excellent like animation. Like I think it's even got like CG in there, which is again like still holds up pretty well.
I
It's
believe
like
the Tachikomas were CG.
yeah, I think if I remember right. But anyway, so like it just like it looks nice. It's got a really good story. Like and like it takes place like it's also like it takes place in Japan without being like a intensely like Japanese kind of show. Like it's like sometimes you watch something you're like this is a very Japanese. But like this
Yeah.
one kind of that like I feel like it doesn't require like you don't like need like an in-depth knowledge of Japanese culture or like inside jokes or anything like from anime in general. Like it stands alone very well. So there you go.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
The ending hurts though, Cecina. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, that's my next one. What's yours up at bat then, Zyga?
My next one, oh yeah. I so I when I was thinking of this list, I was like, I kind of wanted to include movies too. So, so I thought like what was kind of like one of the most popular movies that's easily transitionable, and I think Your Name is probably one of the biggest ones.
Okay.
Um,
Kimi no
just
Nawa.
because it's yep, just because it's I actually showed this to my parents, and I showed it to like um my sister-in-law, and they really liked it.
Okay.
So even though it didn't like make them want to like get into anime per se, it was still a good one to like start out on, I guess. And because it's very easy to get into, it's just a nice romance story, and also has some other supernatural stuff in it, but it's fun. It's really fun.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. This is
It's
actually
it
yeah.
yeah, it's so easy to get someone to like watch this movie, and then they'll usually enjoy it. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I've never seen this one, and I definitely got to at some point because I've only ever heard good things about it.
are you
So
serious?
yeah,
Haven't we had this conversation before?
I feel like we have. And I feel like you're constantly shocked that like I really haven't watched many anime movies outside of Ghibli. So
Wow.
I've seen like maybe two or three non-Ghibli anime movies, maybe
Oh, you're
four.
missing out on a lot.
I'm
Missing
sh-
out on a lot.
I'm sure I am.
But yeah, for those who haven't seen, yeah, Your Name is basically a body swap um romance anime.
Ah, What a great summary.
Yep, that's basically the summary. And then they try to, I don't remember, should they try to find each other or something like that?
Right.
And yeah, it's very interesting. It's very good, very very good,
Cool, cool.
and it's number
I
11 in
see.
popularity on my anime list.
This is rank number 223 right here.
It's the manga.
Why am I looking at the manga?
Why are you looking at
Don't judge me.
the?
Fine. There's the movie. Okay, we'll see you later,
Anyway,
Cena. Also, Death Annihilator's here.
but yeah, very easy to get someone into like what Makoto Shinkai's works
Okay.
because he's such a good director.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of his stuff is like pretty well received. So
Yeah, very easy to get someone into something from him.
gotcha.
I really want to know what his next move is going to be. I haven't really looked it up.
Right. Sometimes it's fun to be surprised,
Yeah,
but I'm sure there is potentially stuff out there by now. Like, was this his most recent film, or has he done other stuff?
no, his most recent one was Suzume.
Oh, I like that one. That's one I actually saw.
Yeah, that's another one. I was trying to decide between Your Name and Suzume because I
Right.
liked Suzume a lot.
Suzume is very
But
fun.
I thought that maybe Your Name would probably be more relatable.
Sure.
Yeah.
So okay, fair enough. Death Annihilator is excited for the Kobayashi Dragon Maid movie coming out next year. I
See.
mean, that sounds kind of cool. I'm behind on Kobayashi, but
What
and
is
huh?
so your next one?
Sure, my next. Just real quick. Death Annihilator. I didn't know that Until Dawn had a remake. Um, I don't know if I'll be playing that in Halloween, but I might be interested in playing that at some point. I never actually played Until Dawn when it came out originally.
I have no idea what that is.
I have watched people play it, so I don't know. It wouldn't be like a blind playthrough if I were to do it. But it's also been,
Yeah.
8 years since I guess whatever that first one came out. But anyway, it's like a horror choose your own adventure kind of thing. You got like a group of teenagers who are trying to not get killed.
Aren't you interested in the Silent Hill 2 remake?
Has that come out?
I think that came out, yeah.
Oh, I've never played the original, so that actually could be cool. Has it
So,
been good or?
yeah, it's been really well received,
Hmm, that could be interesting.
surprisingly. Because I remember watching a video saying that people were really surprised that it did well. Because
I mean, that is like I feel like Silent Hill is like one of those series where I remember because two was really well received way back when, but then like I don't know if any other game in the series was actually ever good. So like it really leaned on how good two was, but
yeah.
that could be fun. He While his husband got this Silent Hill 2 remake, been watching him play it. It's been pretty all right, says Lala. Lala's pretty strict though. Lala doesn't like the way I play 14, so I can't trust Lala's opinion entirely. Lala thinks I do it wrong. But anyway, I'll pull up my next one here.
Because I thought you were really into like horror, or was that just me
I
erring?
No, I do really like horror games. I just haven't played them a lot on the channel yet for some reason. I've been really caught up like in a bunch of other games that I mean 14 has taken loads longer than I thought it would take to play through. It's part of it. Like I always like I think I've talked about this before. Like I initially planned for my channel to be like primarily horror games, and it's been
Yeah.
almost no horror games instead. So I've got a long list of horror games to play when I do finally get around to it because I keep tabs every time a good one comes out. Last like 3 years.
Okay, so
But
your next one. Sorry
so,
to derail.
no, it's all good. The tune doesn't like how I do anything. Golly, you guys are. Why are you here? Just go harass other people, darn it. Anyway, before you leave, you should check out this next anime on my list, Moriarty the Patriot. I think I have talked about this one before on the show.
Okay.
So I'll be pretty quick, but this is one that I still contend is extremely accessible for new people. I don't know if the dub is good on this one. I know it has a dub, but I mean, like, because it's a new anime, I feel like it probably has a mediocre dub. So maybe this is one they would be better in the Japanese. But anyway, um, because it's essentially it's Sherlock Holmes from the perspective of Moriarty, which
Okay.
I feel like is a really accessible premise for a lot of people, even if they don't like anime or if they don't think they like anime, because
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes is pretty much just like always in, like, especially like the BBC Sherlock was like really big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this is like about as close as you can get to like BBC Sherlock, but with Moriarty as the main character instead. And
Yeah.
it's honestly it's really good. It's a really good twist on like classic Sherlock for people who are familiar with the stories and like this like the general lore of Sherlock Holmes. But it's also like very accessible for people that have never seen anything Sherlock, because like it introduces you to all the core things you need to know, as the series goes. Like, it's not like it doesn't require you to be like super knowledgeable on it.
Okay.
And it's really good. Like like in some ways it's very Death Note-esque, but just like without like the supernatural stuff,
Yeah.
because it's just like a cat and mouse game between like two extremely smart people, and one of them is doing terrible things. But maybe
Oh.
he's doing terrible things for good reasons. Or maybe he's just doing terrible things because he's greedy. Like, it's kind of like it's it's got like a lot of good nuance to it, like, cuz you're kind of like cuz like there's definitely villains, there's definitely good guys, but there's also like a lot of like grayness in that. And
Yeah.
so it's a really good compelling story, and I believe there was a season 2. Yeah. Is that out yet, or is that? Oh, it was part 2. So that's right, it was a split core. So it was 26 episodes. I believe I don't know if they'll ever do a season 3, because it ends actually, like, it actually has a pretty good conclusion where like they could continue the show, but they also could like leave it where it is, and it's like pretty satisfying. So it doesn't have like that read the manga kind of ending to it, which is also
Yeah.
nice. But so yeah, I don't know. It's a fun show,
Ooh.
and real. I'd say that in some ways this is like the easiest one to get like a non-anime watcher into, just because I mean
This is
most
going
ever
off of Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that.
yeah, and it's honestly like very accurate to like the time period for like London and stuff. Like, they clearly did like a
Yeah.
lot of research into like all that stuff, and it's just really really delightful. So there you go. Go watch Moriarty the Patriot. You'll enjoy it.
Moriarty the Patriot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When you
I don't
shout it, it
know.
makes it
Well,
sound like more sincere. Thanks.
I know you talked about this one many times, so I've heard the thing about it.
I know. I'm sorry. I just like the show a lot.
You love it. You love it. And that's great.
So anyway, you can talk about a thing now, and I'll listen so attentively.
Uh Kaguya.
Gasp. Fine. I guess since I talked about one I talk about a lot, you can do the same. That seems pretty
Well,
fair.
well, it's hard to say anything bad about Kaguya that I haven't said before. Like,
This is season 1. What am I looking at? Wait.
it's just a fantastic series. about two characters that are obviously in love with each other, but like are trying to get the other one to confess because they're too prideful that they can't. And it's just it's 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 so funny. It's so funny. And all the characters are so good
Mm.
that it's just a joy to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. That's kind of like what why I picked it is just because it just hits every single beat. It's um it's funny. You're rooting for their romance their entire time, and um it's really down to earth. I love how Akasaga Aka wrote this series. He made it very believable, and I think I remember him in an interview saying that he wanted to make like a romance story that was more realistic than like all and one that would actually evolve and actually happen um when like other anime, just like they stop after a certain point
Yeah.
or
Once the
anything like that.
confession happens, that's the last episode
Yeah, exactly.
because no one knows how
Exactly.
to write an actual romance
Yeah.
because they're all written by mangaka who actually a lot of them are married. So it's like you'd think they would know how to. I don't know. Like, it's,
Yeah. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, to be real.
but it is the trope.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the trope. That is the trope. So yeah, I've talked about Kaguya so much on this podcast that a lot of people know my thoughts on it. So there really isn't much more I could say.
I mean, and it's a good choice. It's a very fun show. Like, and you're right. Like the humor is just like it's super relatable. Like
Yeah.
like it's over the top, but like in a but not like in an unrealistic way. Like it's just like
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like even if you can't like I had this exact experience in high school. Like there was like a good 6 or 7 moments throughout season 1 where like it's like I remember this when this happened to me. Like mostly related to
Yeah.
mostly related with oh freaking the the emo guy, the what's his name,
Uh
freaking I guess I could
gosh.
scroll down to the character list. Ishigami.
Ishigami, yeah. Ishigami, yeah.
Like
Ishigami.
he's a big mood. Like for a lot of that show. Just like the says
Yes.
something really cringy and embarrassing and then immediately is like, I would like to die, so I'm leaving. Like that's I
Yep.
I feel those moments a lot. So
Yeah, there are so many moments that I was just like, oh, I remember I felt that once. I felt that once.
so yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
it's a fun show. Definitely an easy one to get into. So
Especially the first episode, because the first episode really hooks you in.
it's a strong start. That's another nice thing is like because some shows like arguably the worst thing with Cowboy Bebop is how slow of a start it is. But
Yeah.
Kaguya-sama like starts pretty strong. It doesn't really and, like doesn't lose it either.
Yeah.
Like like what you get in episode 1 is like what you're gonna get the whole series essentially. Like in a good way. Like
Yeah.
so. All right, you pass.
Nice. I passed. I'm glad I passed.
Cunning Wig says, "What's up?" Hi, Cunning Wig. We're talking about anime. I hope you like that stuff. Also, Hatun is so proud of me for making good opinions. I did it. What do you think, Zai? Do we got time for? Do we want to do like one more each, or where do you think we are?
Yeah. One more each is good.
All right. So for my last one, let me see here. I'll do here. We'll do kind of a. This one's gonna be slightly different tonally from the previous ones I've suggested, but I think it still is a good choice. Talk about Gintama. We all
Oh
like Gintama.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow. I can't believe you're choosing Gitama. That's like that's surprising. Surprising coming from you.
I mean, I think I do like the show. I don't know if I talk about it too often, but it's one I enjoy quite a bit. Apparently, I selected season 2 somehow. What the hell? What do you mean the
Yeah,
prequel?
it's weird. In my anime list, well, how they like stylized it is really weird. But
The
anyway,
season one's the prequel. What does that even mean? All right, anyway, whatever. It's fine. Um, yeah. So Gintama is. I would say this show is could be categorized like on the Japanese scale. It's probably like an 11 out of 10. Like it's an excessively Japanese show, but it's
yes, definitely.
like it's so it's so Japanese that kind of like makes it more accessible in a weird way because like it's so absurd that you kind of like enjoy it. You want to take the ride anyhow. Like it does, like it's got tons of like pop culture references of just like tons of random stuff. But like you don't need to know really any of that for it to be like be like any more enjoyable. And like
Yeah,
it's also one of the shows like it's so long that you're probably gonna be watching other anime while you still continue working on Gintama. You'll become like more knowledgeable as you go and like I don't know. It's also it's episodic, which is your favorite thing, Zaiga. Um,
oh yeah, that's my favorite
like
thing.
there are arcs in Gintama, but they're generally pretty short. But it just means you can watch it very sporadically, but without really feeling like you don't have to like commit to all like 200 episodes or even more, honestly. Like I don't think I've even seen half the episodes of Gintama yet. Like I kind of just like meander through the series whenever like I want to watch something funny. I'll watch like a few more at random. I've probably
Yeah,
watched like about 100 by now, but it's a show that I just enjoy. And I think it's just it's a fun one for people to get into. Like if you're like here's something where like this is like as about as wacky as anime can get.
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely crazier stuff. Like Gintama's up that list for sure. Tune says Gintama's depraved but good. That's pretty fair. He says just someone on the stream and been watching anime for a year and a half now. Hey, first time. Naruto is my first one too. Actually, Cunning. That's a pretty good choice. I liked the original Naruto. I have not. I never finished Shippuden. Um, I don't know what's. You probably have an opinion about Naruto, Zyga.
No, I dropped that. In the middle of one of the end arcs. It wasn't for me.
That's fair.
But
I
but the first first couple arcs are ones that I would probably recommend get into.
right. I'll say Naruto was probably the first anime I watched where like I knew it was an anime, if that makes sense. Like I knew it was like
Yeah,
a Japanese show. I really
yeah,
I did love it eventually. I didn't I thought it was kind of dumb at first, but the tuning arc, the tuning exam arc is still like one of my favorite things in all of anime. Like I go back and watch like the Rock Lee versus Gara fight probably every year at least.
yeah.
Cause like it's just like genuinely like super good and like inspiring in a weird way. um yeah, so like I do like Naruto. I don't know if I'm ever gonna have the gumption to finish it because there's so much of it. And Shippuden got really wild towards its second
Yeah,
half.
whenever
But
there's a long show, it's really hard to justify going back into.
right, it's
That's why I like tried to exclude shows that are longer than that from this list. Is
right,
because you have to have a lot of time to get into it. And not everyone has all the time to get into like a 500 episode anime or something like
right,
that.
right. That's kind
So
of
I
like
thought,
yeah, Gintama is definitely a stretch in that way, but like because
yeah,
it's very episodic, I don't feel too bad because
I agree with that. I agree with that.
it's like and there's really like I mean there's like development of the characters in a way, but it's honestly like the way the characters are in episode 1 is going to be the way they are like in episode 300, like more or less.
Yep.
They're not people that learn their lesson. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Shippuden is a much watch and finish it. It's so good towards the end, especially a training arc. I mean, I go back and forth about it 'cause, like, I watched so much in Naruto that I feel like maybe I should. It's just, it is a lot.
Yeah.
I'd have to like, if I can find like a good like brain dead game that I can play while I watch Shippuden, maybe I could finish it out.
Yep.
But it's like the same thing. Like, I want to do that with Bleach too, because like I actually do really want to finish Bleach, because even though so much of it is maybe not great, enough of it is really good that I think I do want to commit to that at some point. Especially now that it kind of continued it and it's apparently good arcs and stuff again. But
Yeah, I've never really like. There was this one part that that made me drop Naruto, and I wasn't so really interested in that anymore.
yeah, that's fair. And Boruto kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't really know much about Boruto, but generally speaking, whenever like a sequel show is made in that way, like it's a tough sell. Like, is I mean, I think about like if you watched Inuyasha, which is pretty good, and then you watch Yasha Hime, which is a big frowny face on the report
Oh
card.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Oh
Like
yeah.
it's tough to do a sequel, especially where it's like here's the main character's kids. Like it's kind of a cool idea, but then there's also a reason we don't talk about the Harry Potter past the seventh book. Um, no,
I mean, that's debatable. That's
I
debatable right
mean,
there. That's such a debatable sentence.
I know, I know. But anyway, sorry, I guess we really derailed. Sorry, what's your final choice
My
here?
final one is the one that's on our thumbnail. It's Konosuba. Actually,
Is Gintama
Konosuba.
18 plus? I don't think it was that bad. Sorry.
Konosuba, sure.
Konosuba?
Yep.
The prophecy
Subaranji.
fulfilled.
Yes.
The thumbnail no longer clickbait. The promise made.
Yeah, I was thinking of
That's
having it be clickbait and then just choosing Spy Family because my Spy Family was one of the ones I had on the side.
Oh sure. I mean we can definitely chat about that one too at the end if
We
we
could,
want, if we have time. But
yeah, we can mention it. But yeah, Konosuba is a perfect one to start out with,
it's an
just because
isekai.
it's the
Sorry.
best isekai. It's the best isekai.
It's an isekai. So we'll continue. I'm sorry.
Because I think mostly everyone has seen like some sort of like sitcom or anything like that,
Sure, sure.
and this show is directly like that
It,
in my opinion.
it kind of is honestly like
It's kind of like the anime equivalent of a sitcom, or those comedic sitcoms, in
it's
my opinion.
it's true because like there is like an overarching story happening, but like they're certainly not like in any hurry to progress that. Like
Yep.
they're mostly just having their shenanigans from episode to episode. And
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, I mean this is a good choice. Like it is. I mean this is honestly a laugh out loud kind of. I've never actually seen the anime, but the books are very very funny. That'll be my
Oh yeah.
my asterisk. I'm
Oh yeah.
sorry.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. It's one of those laugh out loud shows where it just gets so ridiculous that you just like can't stop laughing about it.
And it's one of those shows too. Like every main character is solid, and like they're like more than the sum of their parts. Where like it's even better like with all of them together.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, definitely.
so.
So yeah, those are kind of my picks.
Yeah, it's fair. some
And the other one was Spy Family, which I know we both were talking about before. That's on our list.
right. It was definitely like a runner up for me. Or like, how do you spell Spy Family? There we go.
Spy X Family. Spy X Family.
I forgot it does the
With the
Hunter Hunter
X.
thing.
Yeah, the X is always in there.
It's Spy versus Family. He has to defeat them. But no, yeah, the one episode I watched apparently was really good. I need to. I should update my anime list at some point. I'm
Yeah, you should.
here. Let me fill this one in.
Yeah, Spy Family just has like the best combination of really good cast and just a hilarious premise, kind of similar to Kaguya, how they um two people that are trying to get each other to fall in love with them.
Right,
It kind of has that presence, but on the other side of it, Spy Family has they both have their secret identities, and they don't want each other to know,
right. Yeah,
and they're trying to hide it.
all three of them have like a dark secret,
Yep.
and so it's just, and they're all like trying to hide the secrets from each other. But then the little girl Anya like knows all of the secrets.
Yep, and it just makes it even more funny because she just thinks like a little kid,
Right.
and it just makes it even more funny.
No, it's a really really good little show. And like
Yeah,
season 2 is also, I mean, the manga's excellent. Like every part of this is a fun show to watch for sure. Cartoon says so good even. Let's see.
yes,
A lot of people
so
start with
good.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, I don't. I know a lot of people like that one. It's not one that I'm into, so I'd feel weird recommending it. But I know a lot of people
Yeah,
like
me
it.
too. Yeah, me too.
Cunning says
I
Attack on
I
Titan got
know.
boring after a while. It took 10 years is a long time to start and finish a show. Like that's definitely part of
Yeah,
what made me lose interest. Um, Gundam 00. I probably know that one. That's not how you spell zeros. Those are O's. I think I actually saw maybe part of this one. Or it was Gundam Seed I watched. I can't remember. I haven't watched a lot of Gundam, so I don't know. But I know there's definitely a contingency of people that love Gundam a lot. Sorry, I got distracted, Zaiga. What are you doing?
oh, nothing. I'm just getting a bit tired. Ooh, it's late. Late.
That's fair. It is. It's like 6 hours past your bedtime. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's been fun so far. Yeah, that's kind of like a good like starter set, I believe, of anime.
Yeah, so let's see if we can.
Either side.
Spy Family, Konosuba,
Yeah.
Gintama, Gintama again, apparently. I'm just scrolling backwards. Kaguya-sama,
Yep.
Search All, classic. Moriarty the Patriot Part 2, then Part 1. Gotta watch it in that order, by the way. It'll trick you.
Part two and part one.
Yeah. Your Name, a movie. Very, very fancy. Your
I need
Name,
to
the
watch that.
manga. Oops. Ghost in the Shell, very fun. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, classic. Cowboy Bebop, also classic. And Zyga's favorite of all time.
Nope. Nope. I say no to you, sir.
Ah.
No.
Anyway, next episode, we'll be doing an episode by episode breakdown of Cowboy Bebop.
No, let's not. Let's not. No, let's not.
Gray is allowed to live for now. Wow. Sweet. Okay, says, can you try watch Gundam 00 and then do a review on it here? I mean, potentially. Like, I do eventually, like, I think doing, like, an episode, like, on Mecha Show or maybe even Gundam specifically could be fun in the future. I would definitely need to
Did
watch a
we
lot more.
Did we do a mecha deep dive on the
Season 0,
season
the
0?
secret podcast. I don't. It was definitely. It was one we were planning for, like, because I think I had started doing research on it, but like I think it got held up because like I kind of felt like I needed to at least like watch some of the shows.
Oh,
But
Hatuna's got it right. We should do an episode breakdown of Rayren.
but
That's that sigh tells me everything.
uh, Free Ren is a show, and we. I think that that's probably fair. We could, because I mean, we both did watch it all the way to completion, and I think we
Yeah,
both
but
have
it would
opinions
just be
about it,
me. It would just be me defending it the
right?
entire time.
Well, no, like we
But
can.
maybe we don't.
It can
Maybe
be
we don't.
Free Ren on trial. You can be the defendant, and
You
I'll
could
be
be
the
he be
prosecutor.
prosecuting.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, well, let's not.
but I don't know. Maybe we will. Like I can, cause like I don't as much as I was like memeing on the show. I don't hate Free Ren. I truly don't. I think there's a lot of really interesting things it's doing. It really just came down to like it's just not my kind of show.
Yeah.
And that's as much as I wish that I could like uh dictate the ways of the world by my opinion, I can't yet. I don't have enough power accrued. I'm getting there. I
Yeah, you
assume
are
when we hit
getting
1,000 subscribers, I can finally start having opinions that matter. I think that's how it works.
yeah.
Um, but anyway, single friend. Gotta make sure G Silver would make it that so you can have a single. That's true. G Silver kind of is on my side a little bit with Free Ren. So we'll have him on as a guest just so it can be 2 against 1.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
But no, it's fine. We could potentially do that. Like I could be even handed. I try not to be mean, believe it or not. Like I don't want to crap on things that people like. Don't laugh. It's true. I'm very sensitive to other people's feelings.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Honestly, Greg could hop into this VC anytime I wanted. Wait, how do you have access to this VC, Lala? Wait. Oh, that's right, from Elden Ring. Ah. I should probably start seeing who has access to this chat line, actually, because I feel like there's probably a lot of people could could hop in here anytime.
Yeah.
It's probably not ideal. A lot of people I don't trust, like Lala, conniving ways.
Well, this was fun.
Grace for any stream with Lala. Crazy, I
What?
wouldn't mind hopping in. Yeah, I mean, actually, I mean, this is kind of a joke, but like, eventually, I would love to start doing like a. I don't know if we could do like a full episode. Like, it'd be fun to have like other people on occasionally to discuss like their history and experiences with anime. 'Cause I think that'd be interesting. But
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
we'd have to curate that a little bit because we wouldn't want just any random person to stop in for the first time, just to be able to say whatever they wanted live on air. We'd have to have a little more care and carefulness with that.
I'm all up for more gray bashing.
Don't my ego is already cracked. Any more bashes, it's gonna completely fall apart. Also, I was gonna get in and give you the water 7 facts of Zaiga, but I resisted when that was a current issue. That's right. I did finish Water 7. We could talk about that too, and why everyone's wrong about it. I think that'd be a fun, productive episode.
No,
And why
no,
Thriller
no,
Bark is
no, no, no.
superior.
No, 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 no. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. We're just done.
But anyway, I don't know. I
What
think
are
huh?
what are your plans for the rest of the week?
Right. So tomorrow we're doing our anime night over in Discord. We do a weekly anime watch along. We've been watching Princess Tutu, which might be the opposite of a good beginner show. To be perfectly frank, um, it's a magical girl show? Question mark. I guess that's the genre. It's a really weird show, but I like it a lot, and I'm finally gonna get to finish it hopefully. And we've also been watching Azumanga Daioh, which is also a very weird show but very funny.
Joe?
Basically just about a 10-year-old girl that gets tortured in high school. I mean, that's
Osaka is still the best character.
Osaka definitely planning to kill everybody. Like, I'm still
Yep.
waiting for the episode where, like, there's just, like, no one else in the classroom. It's, like, just Osaka with a bloody knife. It's like, it's finally happened.
Yes. She's actually the real dangers and
I mean, she's got them same dead eyes, to be fair.
she does.
Like, but anyway, so that's what we're doing on Wednesday. Friday, we're playing Rogue Galaxy with Smo. If you like Treasure Planet, just picture Treasure Planet, but as an RPG,
Right.
and it's honestly pretty cool. It's a kind of an old game, but like it holds up surprisingly well. Like it's got like a good art style to it and fun combat. It's very Kingdom Hearts inspired.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, I'm surprised how much I like it. Like because like whenever like you come across like an RPG that's kind of obscure, like oh there must be like something wrong with this, but I think it just kind of dipped in under the radar because like it probably just like wasn't quite as flashy as Kingdom Hearts. It wasn't quite as it didn't have like the Final Fantasy sticker on it, so that kind of stuff. But I'm not a dead weight. I'm helping. I tell Smo to kill the enemies, and he does it. It's symbiotic. And then Saturday we're playing Remnant 2, which is with Smo and Carson. And that's been
Okay.
very fun. It's a nice like Dark Souls kind of game, but with guns. And then Sunday we're playing
So
Final Fantasy 14, which we all love. And we're
you getting back on the MSQ now? You finished
all
the role quests?
yeah, I'll officially be going back to the main story. And we've kind of collectively agreed that this next Sunday is going to be a trial run where we're going to see if I can behave myself. Um, because it's kind of come to the point where like I don't want to play a game if I'm just hating on it.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's fun for me, but I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want to feel like I'm just like hating on stuff people like.
Like like I've been saying, I think you should just skip cutscenes.
I kind of
I
I feel like I'd get even
like
more anger than like if I hated on the
and
cutscene.
nah, I don't think so. I think everyone will understand, right?
Hatun says you mean
Like
symbiotic.
everyone
Wait,
understands
Hatun,
your
what word did I say?
position.
Did I say the wrong word? I thought I said symbiotic. I don't know. Did I say sympathetic maybe? I don't know. Kelso must stock up on healing and check his revelation often. Because my listening comprehension's so good. I listen to everything. I listen to the things that aren't said. That's how I know the truth. But
Don't
anyway,
believe it.
but yeah, so like we're gonna give it a trial run on Sunday, and we're basically just gonna see like if it's something where like I can like if I can play it and not be a meanie about it, we'll continue playing it. Otherwise, maybe we'll just step away from 14 for some amount of time, like or maybe it's like I do want to finish the game, but if people don't want to watch me stream it, then maybe I'll just start recording the episodes or something and just slapping them up on the channel
Yep.
for people that want to see me react to certain parts or whatever.
Understandable.
But we'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't want people to be angry at me. At least not like the real kind of angry. Like the fake angry is
More like
funny.
I
Like
don't think it's angry. I think it's more of a frustration.
just disappointed, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say do that, and like if the trail run doesn't go very well, then just play your horror games. Play Alan Wake 2, play Silent Hill 2. Play your
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, I definitely there's other stuff I want to check out. And Cunning is asking my opinion on Kami no Kill. Oh, that's what is that? Akame got kill, right? Probably. Or you're talking about Kill a Kill. There's a couple of them. Um, Akame got kill. I never finished. Couldn't get into it. Uh, if that's the one you're talking about. If that's like the what is that one? It's not mecha, but they have like some kind of like weird like power suits they wear. I can't remember. But anyway, we're probably gonna go ahead and head out. But Cunning, if you want, you feel free to join the Discord. If you ever want to join in for anime nights or anime discussions. Also subscribe to the channel, I guess, if you wanna. For we do the podcast like every 2-ish weeks, in theory.
Yeah.
But oh, Cunning already did. Cunning quick.
Oh, and before we end here, we were talking about like it at a different time because it won't be able to be on Tuesdays anymore.
Right. We need to have a discussion about that actually, real quick. Um, can't wait for next one. Says Cunning. 12-episode anime on Hulu. Now I'm really curious. If you can find the exact name of that, Cunning, I'd be really curious to see what that one is because I'm trying to think what that could be. 12-episode anime. Anyway, yeah. So Zaiga's schedule is changing, starting next week, right?
Yep.
So basically, like the next time we do the podcast, we're gonna have to start doing it a different day. Um, so we're looking at what was it? It's Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Are gonna be your new days off. And so my thinking was that I mean I guess we gotta go discuss with people that are currently on the anime night, which is Wednesday.
Yeah,
Because
maybe you should we could talk about more you could talk about more on the anime night.
right. Because if we moved the anime night to Tuesday and then started doing the podcast on Wednesday, that might be the easiest way to do that. Because I know Smo streams on Thursday, and I don't want to mess with his timing of things necessarily. I guess unless we like just streamed earlier in the day potentially, but I don't know.
That
I
could be possible.
honestly like if my job continues to dwindle in hours, I might just be available all the time. So who knows? Do a Thursday morning stream and party. But it's no. But we'll talk about more tomorrow with the people there because that would potentially affect them the most in terms of availabilities.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. I'll try to get back to you, Zyga. If you haven't heard from me like in the next like day or two, you can bug me, and people can hold me
Okay.
accountable.
Okay.
But we'll make sure to have something figured out, before the next podcast.
All right, sounds good.
Lala has no preference, a true neutral to the end. Still do dungeons together, whatever if you want to. As long as you don't talk about what you don't like about the story. That's true. Anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. Hopefully, we'll see y'all for another thing. And it's good to have you, Zyga. I miss
Yeah,
you
it's
when
good
you're
to
not
be
here.
here.
I go through withdrawals, so it's nice.
Go through withdrawal.
But anyway,
Granted, you're the only one I really talk to outside of work people.
so no, gotta get out there.
Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm part of a Discord group where we play gotcha games together.
Oh,
We,
there you
we
go.
chat all the
That's
chat all
good.
the time. So
If you ever want to like do other stuff, we could like start being gym bros in the morning together. Just saying.
I was telling you that you should buy a bike and then we can do biking.
Bike's scary though. bike get me killed by
Or-
car. Indoor bike at gym safe. Less cars
Oh.
there.
Here, I'll take you over to the bike shop I used to work at, and we'll get you a bike. Okay?
I don't know, man. We don't have the time for this right now, but like I got hit by so many things in Japan that like I'm kind of bike shy. Anyway, that's a story for another time. We got to get going. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's late for me. All right.
all right.
See you all later.
We'll see everybody. Have a good night. Hopefully tomorrow and or later this week. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Bye bye.
See ya, everyone.